welcome to episode 81 of the Army ThinkTank podcast. I am Jen.
Jess.
And how are we doing this week?
We're not doing bad this week. I got some interesting news that I'll tell you about later because it's work related.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like really good. But it was just like kind of a surprise this week, so I'll tell you about it later. Mostly because I can't say what it is.
I'm excited. You need to tell me once we finish recording.
I'll tell you. But other than that, it's been like pretty basic. I don't know. Like my life is just,
So far, it's been like in the past week, it's been very emotional for me. Because I attended my grandpa's burial via FaceTime. And so attending a burial in the first place is already hard enough.
Yeah.
But like not being able to be physically there.
Yeah.
Makes it harder, especially when you talk with your family afterwards and like, you're here, don't worry about it. And then you're like, ugh. And then the next day was like Bruno's birthday. He would have turned 13.
So it all kind of culminated together.
And then, and like this, it just made me realize that in the span of like 12 months, I lost one of my grandmas, my cat, and one of my grandpas in a span of 12 months.
Yeah. It's a short period of time.
That's rough, yo. But all in all, I mean, we're all doing okay. Like my family celebrated afterwards. Like they decided to like celebrate their life and the fact that they're back together.
Yeah.
And reunited with my cat, I guess.
Yeah.
And they because my godmother used to do like ice skating competitions.
Oh wow.
Like most throughout her life, and that's why now she is like a coach. And my cousin did a lot as well. She stopped like this year, like very recent. Yeah. And so when my godmother won her first like big competition when she was younger, my grandpa, her dad, bought this like very fancy bottle of champagne that was never opened before.
What?
And so and so before he passed, my dad and her, they did tell him like, we're good, once you pass, we are going to open it to celebrate your life.
Oh, I love
And so that's what they did.
Oh.
So my mom sent me the video. My dad just like literally shook the bottle and then gave it back to his sister to open it. And if that's not the dynamic I have with my brother, I don't know what it is.
I mean, I can relate.
And so like they celebrated him and they celebrated the fact that they're now like reunited wherever they are or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I got new tattoos because my mom was like, I'll pay for them.
Wow, congrats to you and your mom.
Because you remember my son tattoo, right?
Yes.
That one's in honor of my grandma that passed, early 21.
Yeah.
And my cousin and I, we went and got the son tattoo together. It was also like her first tattoo, so like me going with her was kind of more special in that way.
Yeah.
And she came up with the idea of adding one of my grandpa's like most used phrase under it.
I love that.
So we added "so far so good" under the sun.
Oh, I love that.
And so my mom was like, if you want to get it, I'll pay for it because I know how important it is to you and blah, blah, blah. And I also got a moon tattoo. Because that one also means a lot to me. It also represents like my mom and I and a lot of things. And so
I love it.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit choked up here.
Deep breath.
But otherwise, like as much as it's been like really sad and emotional, it was also very good because
cathartic.
Yeah, because like my grandpa passed back in February.
Right. So you're finally now like getting to have that like, closure.
That closure. So now they're back together. We're able to like finally sell their house.
That's great.
And so it's like moving forward in a healing process for the whole family.
I love that.
And yeah, I'm just happy that it's like
finally
it's sad, but
there.
I'm happy that it's finally happening because
yeah.
it's been hard on my dad and his sister, like because they lost their parents in the span of a year.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so big week, but
but you know what? At least you can start to, you know, now that they're back together, you can start to like heal together. And
yeah,
I'm so glad that your parents had like a good time together and they were able to
and like
work through it together.
We still have like, because we have this like messenger group on Facebook where with COVID and everything, we would like have our family dinners on there.
Right.
And so my grandparents' Facebook accounts are technically still in that group. And we still use it a lot. So like you said, pictures of our cats and how crazy they are. And so it's
so their
really
messages
nice.
Are all like still there and stuff.
Yeah,
see, that's so nice. I saw this thing where it was like I don't remember who I saw this for, but it was like, you know, do you keep the like your loved ones like Facebook accounts and stuff like that? Like, do you keep them up and active and alive?
Yeah, what we're probably gonna do is put them in memoriam.
Yes, yeah,
because we have the death certificates, we're gonna do both of them at once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so if they do get hacked, we won't get people being like, "Oh, it's me," you know, that kind of thing. So
I don't know. I think like the online culture, like it's kind of nice to just like be able to go to their page and just like scroll through and see like photos and
like there's not as many photos on like my grandpa's account because I'm the one that made it, and he made it like mostly for like
communication purposes.
Yeah, communication and mostly for like his retired work stuff kind of thing. Because there was like a group on there that he wanted to like get news from and blah blah. So that's mainly why I made him the account. But my grandma posted like a couple of her like traveling photos on there. Because she's had her account for longer.
Right.
And that's how she communicated with her friends around the world and everything, even though she was really bad at technology. She did her very, very best.
That's like, yeah, I understand. My grandmother, oh boy.
On my other grandparents, on my mom's side, they don't even have internet. So that's why I only get news from them through my mom.
My grandmother... she lost a phone charger and just threw away her phone. She was like, it doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna throw it away and get a new number. She's had like 5 numbers in the past like 3 years. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know if they can create new numbers anymore because of how many she's gone through.
Yeah, my grandma has a flip phone with like a basic plan, and that's fine. But what she does when they do go out is that she transfers like the calls from her landline to her cell phone. And so she can answer the landline and get the messages from her flip phone.
She hasn't even set up voicemail. Like, this is at the level that we're at.
And I was like, at least there's that. Like, she's still... Like she only turns her cell phone off when she's out of the house for more than a couple hours.
You know, they're grandparents, you know, it is what it is. I just suffer mostly.
Because like on my dad's side, my grandma had like a laptop, she had a Facebook, and then eventually when she changed it to her laptop, my grandpa got her old laptop, and he would go and actually go like read his like newspaper online. He would go on like his retired group stuff. He would finally use online banking for like his statements.
My grandmother would never.
Because like for the longest time, he would come to my house and ask my dad to do it for him on his computer.
Oh my god.
And so one day my dad was like, you have a PC, well, you have a laptop now, so I'm gonna show you how. A couple times, so it gets up there and stays there. And
my grandmother would never. She has to go to the bank, like e-deposit. She still sends me checks. This is like how...
Oh yeah, my maternal grandparents, like birthdays or like
it's checks.
Yeah.
Birthdays. She could never do an online banking. Like, that would be so foreign to her. I'm actually kind of sad that
the thing is like the thing is that since I still have like my Canadian like bank account,
yeah,
I can still like put the checks in my account because I can do it from my phone.
yeah. It's
but
so
if I didn't
convenient.
have that function, I couldn't do shit.
I know this.
And she would
this.
probably have to like give my mom the money and then have my mom transfer it to me.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
this is a whole cycle, let me tell you. It's like she'll like call and be like, "Oh, I sent a check in the mail." And I'm like, "E-deposit me." Like, I don't
mm-hmm.
You know that you can actually go to the bank and they will deposit it into an account if you want. No, none of that. That is foreign to my grandmother.
Well, that's just like, for example, when I went and got my tattoo, like most tattoo places and tattoo artists only accept cash. Like a lot of them, like all the ones that I've been to, that's how they work. And so because it's just easier for them.
Right.
And I was just like, my mom was paying for it. I was just like, and she was like, "How much is it?" I was like, "I don't know. Like, it's a walk-in. I'm just gonna show up."
Yeah, I didn't book an appointment.
No. And so she transferred me the money, and then I was able to just like withdraw it and pay.
Yeah.
Which is something that, for example, if my grandma wanted to pay for something for me, I couldn't do.
No.
Because I have to wait for the check to come in.
It would never happen. This is the thing. It would never happen.
But we love them to pieces.
We love them to pieces. I don't know. Do you guys as grandparents like what level are they at? Because like obviously like I'm in my 30s, so my grandmother is quite, you know, she's getting up there in age. So I'm just like curious, like, do your grandparents like use like e-transfer, like FaceTime, or like anything dealing with technology? Because mine certainly don't. So
my grandma on my dad's side, she wouldn't even give me checks. She would go to the bank, withdraw money, and put it in a card.
That's a whole nother level. Like, if I have to go to a bank, I'm sad about it. Like, I don't want to interact with people. This is like the level that we're at.
And then I have to go to the ATM to put it back into my account.
This is what I'm saying. Like, why is there that step there? Honestly, though, like sometimes I'm sad because we taught our dad how to do e-transfer, which I think was a mistake. Honestly,
because he just e-transfers you all the time or something.
Yes, and it's like and I have like direct deposit, so I can't even like refuse it sometimes, because sometimes it's like nonsense. I'm like, "Dad, why are you sending me money? Like, it's for like $20 of this thing that I like bought as like a gift." And he's just like, "I'm gonna e-transfer you," and I'm like, "You don't have to do that. Like, what do you mean?"
Okay, by the way, I still have the 15 Canadian dollars that your mom gave to me in LA in my
You're welcome.
in my purse, because
you can't.
Yeah.
I
have no way of depositing it.
Parents.
I'm in the US.
Parents.
I mean, I can just say that I have a piece of your mom.
Yeah, the useless 15 Canadian that you have. It's like kind of worthless too, because like, you know, like in Canada,
if people here ask me what Canadian money looks like, you can just pull it out.
And be like, "Here, let me showcase my Monopoly money." I don't know. Parents are weird. Grandparents are weird.
I love it though. I think even my dad, whenever he's got to like transfer money from accounts to account or whatever, he asks my mom to do it. Yeah. Because she has access to like their joint account, and I think she also has access to his account.
Yeah, my dad has gone full like,
he's like,
mobile.
And he's like, "Can you pay this? Can you put this on the card? Can you do this?" And she's like, "Why?" I mean, she does it because at the end of the day, it's just easier and he doesn't forget. But
true, yeah. My dad.
At the time, I'm sitting in the living room, and my dad's like, "Can you pay this?"
My dad is like fully mobile. He's like embraced the technology, which I appreciate.
My dad's a gamer. My dad's been a gamer his whole life, and he can't figure out the e-transfers. He can like build a PC if he wants. He can like repair and build shit, but e-transfers doesn't work.
It's a mind-boggling scenario. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, parents and grandparents. What do you
love it though. It's so funny.
It's funny. It keeps us on our toes.
My dad also is just like, whenever he has like Apple related questions with his phone, he would like call me. But he always has the best timing. I'm either like in the bathroom or like doing something where I can't answer. I don't know. He's got a radar for these things. I think like most dads do.
Yeah. Oh
but
yeah.
The other day he calls me because his phone is provided by his company. And so he's like, well, if I have these like ringtones downloaded, how do I put them on my new phone? And I was just like, well, were they like bought on iTunes or something? It was like, no. I was like, well, can't do much for you there, that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You gotta add them to your iTunes and then synchronize them on. But that's like the oldest way of doing things.
It really is.
And I really don't want to go into details with you right now.
I really don't. No, anytime that there's a technology question, I do what's called passing the buck.
Yeah.
I pass it to my younger sibling because.
Okay, he did that. My dad did that to me for his dad.
Yeah, it's called passing the buck. They do it to me too. But I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna do it. I refuse.
He had me go to my grandparents one time because my grandpa was too afraid to update his Windows. And so I went and did it for him.
Yeah.
Because he saw my grandma always like getting viruses on her computer. And so he was afraid of downloading anything. And I was like, if Windows asks you to update,
you update.
That's the one you update. You don't need to be afraid of it.
Yeah, see, again, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Anyway.
BTS
news, right?
BTS, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, so speaking of like life things, we got our last BTS vlog. My baby.
Yoongi. Him doing the wood carving stuff is like obviously really ironic. If you watch like In the Soup, he had this whole thing about wood carving. I also love the flashback of like the wood carving. It's like so funny. I saw this like Twitter edit that had like the flashback to wood carving.
It's also so really funny because he was so adamant for
Namjoon not to do it.
He was so like, adamant. I can do it.
But like, I can do it.
But Yoongi is like very agile with his hands. Like he is. Like he's been known to be like the person that repairs shit.
Yeah, especially while like being a piano and guitar player, like you kind of have to be able to do that.
But he seems to enjoy it a lot.
He does. The entire first of all, the cuteness of making 7 whale cutting boards. I literally can't. Hobie reposting about it, like with the Whalen 52 soundtrack, so funny. And then old grandpa Yoongi being like, wait, you can add music? He was struggling.
Even like in the vlog itself, he was like, you have an electric sander, right? Like you won't let me do this by hand, right?
Yeah.
You're hiding the tools from me, I see.
It's so funny. It's so funny. He was so like delicate with them and like very like I don't know, it's like so sweet. I really
wonder why we have him.
I know, like us well, Hype knows apparently, because the up close and personal shots of hands, I'm like, all right, cool. Why does Hype know this? And then I'm like, all right, we're not quiet on Twitter, obviously.
No, we're not regions.
Obviously. What I also like really love about all these vlogs is how much they like talk about one another. Like every single vlog they brought up each other.
If they didn't bring each other up explicitly or ARMY explicitly, they did something about it.
Oh yeah,
so so like Jin did the like BTS logo, and then Yoongi did 7 like whales, cutting boards,
that he gave to them as gifts. Hey, like showing the like scenery to the boys. Jimin just being like, I
usually do this with my members.
Like, where am I?
JK being like, I usually travel with my members.
I wonder what they're up to.
Yeah.
Namjoon, of course, being like, my members, and Hobie being like, I can't wait to see my members.
Yeah, I'm just like This is so...
Y'all are cute and I can't deal. Like I'm having like a hard time. I'm struggling. It was also like so bittersweet because like these vlogs have been so much fun from like the start of Tae like doing a driving vlog all the way to Yoongi. It just like it made my Saturdays so good to like start off with like a cup of coffee and sitting down and like
I
watching
feel
a
it was also
vlog.
like a really good countdown to RUNBTS.
Totally. Yeah, I totally agree with that because it's a nice like segue into the two of them.
And I love that it didn't like end the vlogs and then start RUNBTS. It kind of like merged into the schedule of one another.
Yeah.
And so that was really nice.
It was super nice because I just hope that they do more projects like that where we're getting to like see their daily lives and like you know
they think they're boring, but they're really not.
They're
like,
really not. Like we love
I mean vlogs in general are popular because people are just like interested in knowing like, oh, what another person would do on their daily lives or like what a special day for someone would be. And
you get like inspiration too of like, oh, I didn't think to like go and try this or like do this or like, you know, some vlogs are like, oh, we like went to this new coffee shop and it's like, oh, I've never tried that before. Maybe I'll go and experience it.
Just like for example, Jimin and like Yoongi like crafting something. Like not everyone thinks of like doing that. I feel like it's not as mainstream as like going on a bike ride or like going camping or like not that it's a bad thing, you know.
No.
But
I get
it's very nice of like doing something new.
Yeah. And we just get to see them like hanging out and like being people, I guess. Like
I will always keep in my heart that one clip of Kobe packing for
oh my god. Yeah. For Las Vegas.
Yeah. It was just like I'm still kind of sick, but I'm doing this for ARMY and
he's so sweet. I love him.
So cute.
So cute. Yeah, so I hope that they do more vlogs. I also hope maybe like we get vlogs of like them like working or like being in a studio environment.
Yeah, or just like doing like unit or like group activities would be really fun.
Like more than just like the 5-minute clip of like a Bangtan bomb that we usually get, like more in depth of like
I want to see all of the shenanigans that
I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. But yeah, the vlogs have been such a nice addition to all of their other content of just like relaxation and you know them experiencing things
because they're on YouTube. You can literally watch them whenever you want.
Like which is really super nice. Access. I feel like their like hype in general is really getting into this like YouTube thing of like posting content on YouTube.
It makes it very easy for like international
and like casual.
I mean just like in general it's accessible to literally everyone.
Comparatively for sure to like Weverse and VLive because I feel like Weverse and VLive are kind of like a fan only sites like
fan and also like a lot more marketed to like the K-diamonds for example. With YouTube being like a lot more available and like in a lot more countries than VLive and like Weverse would be, it makes it a lot more accessible for international armies as well.
And just like people in general too to be like, oh, like what is this content? Because it, you know, will come up in like a recommended video.
You can watch it on like your phone or your TV or your computer, and which is not as easy with like VLive, for example. That's a pain.
It kind of is.
That's a pain.
Yeah.
Love VLive, but it's a pain.
It's a pain.
And also, like in some ways, it's also a lot easier to put subtitles on YouTube videos than it is on other platforms.
Yeah, it's a lot more user friendly.
Yeah, kind of speaking from experience here.
But again, I hope that they do more vlogs. I hope we get more like this behind the scenes, like doing whatever they want kind of content, whether it's like by themselves or together. Or
I'll watch them eat.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, Eat Jin was like a whole thing because like
and I mean
wanted to see that
just
content.
Like speaking of eating, like the end of this week's RUNBTS episode was literally just eating brisket.
Yes, it's so true. Okay,
It
so
looks
let's
so good.
Oh my
Sorry, it
god,
looks so
yes, so
good.
good. Okay, so let's talk about Run BTS. You saw 1 and 2, so we'll do like a recap of both of them
Yeah, I watched
together.
both of them this morning.
Yes. So first of all, Run BTS is back. Ah,
Finally.
finally. My Tuesdays are finally like complete in a way. Like they just like it feels right. It feels
absolutely
so right.
I was laughing and smiling
Yeah.
the entire time.
The entire time. Like the freaking when they're at like the high building and like doing the quiz. Honestly, I was dying laughing. Like I was cry laughing the entire episode.
Saturn?
Is it not forever? I can't.
Oh my god, Yoongi. Forever.
It is forever. It is forever. Yoongi, you're right. It is
but
forever.
Borahae also works.
Borahae also works, which is why I was kind of like, yeah, I could see that. Like, Tae kind of like...
Hobie was not there. I mean, he was, but also wasn't. You know what
editors
I mean?
did him so dirty in that episode, putting like everybody like comment. I can't. It was so funny. It was so funny. Like that first episode had me like laughing so hard. And then the second, like
poor Hobie.
Honestly, he's not good at those games though.
It gave me like Bon Voyage flashbacks from where they jokingly left him at the gas station. Whenever he got to the Olympic Stadium by himself, and every single time he was somewhere by himself, it just reminded me of that moment. And then the edit of Cameron Phillips being like, Yoongi, you left me.
Honestly, that was such a funny moment. Like, oh my god, it was so good.
Oh, that moment when that one van showed up at the Olympic Stadium and he was so sure it was another member.
And then it wasn't, and he was
felt so bad, but also it was so funny.
So funny. It was so funny. Like I was again like cry laughing because it was too funny. And of course it would happen to Hobie, like of all the members. Of course it would happen. Them playing Spring Day over like Jin, Tae, and Jimin meeting at their like first house. That was dirty and I did appreciate it.
It was so cute. And then like Junie joining them.
Oh my god. I kind of figured like I knew that Namjoon would come. I was like, Namjoon better be the one to come. Come on.
Yeah.
Like it has to be Namjoon.
One of my favorite parts was when Hobie didn't, because Hobie went to the first storm on round 2, right?
Yes, yeah.
And Yoongi went technically on round 3.
Yes.
But because they met at the crossroads, it meant they could go to another place together.
Yeah.
Because Hobie didn't leave his
Jungkook,
spot.
JK. Him sleeping, like not deciding where to go and then like sleeping the entire car ride.
And then showing up at the park and being like, I'm hungry.
He's such a mood though.
Why is that me?
Yeah. Oh man, Junie and Jimin also like discussing at the swings of like we would just like come here and like talk about our problems and be like resolve our issues together.
the bickering over food also. But yeah.
It was just
the
so
superposition of like Yoongi, like when he was asked like, oh, if you meet a member, like how are you gonna react? Like it's whatever. And then whenever he saw Hobie, it was like, Chinguya!
I'm actually so glad all of them met at the Han River, like they all did it, and that moment of them coming together, like I saw an edit.
Tae happened.
Oh, Tae. You know where it was. Come on, my guy. It's Olympic Stadium.
The intention was really good.
I love the intention of it, but it's Olympic Stadium.
You cannot blame the other members for you going to the wrong spot.
You really can't. Come on, Olympic Stadium is this spot. Like that's the first time that they had like their army bombs. That was the first time that they covered them in the purple light. Like that is
it's a lot of firsts,
epitome.
and that's like one of the places where they met army the most.
Yeah. And it's like one of the biggest spots, you know, to like meet their fans. So like
the art showcase, and I'm like, baby,
hey, what are you doing?
And then he was like, how could it do this? And I'm like, no,
how could you? I love you so bad, but like, my guy, we gotta talk about this. You
like,
can't.
Even Junie, before they left, they were like, J-Hope, we can go back to a place we've already been. I think that was like
them all looking at J-Hope being like, don't mess this up, boy, don't do it.
And but then, like, Jin's theories in the car, I can't. It's like, it'll either be Hobie, JK, or Tae.
That's because JK was like, there's two places, and then June was like, no way, there's one place. Think about it. I love how Jimin was like determined the entire time. He's like, I know exactly where everybody is going. The ending was so funny. He was like, 2 seconds, he's like, I got it, we're all leaving. And then everybody was like, wait, Jimin.
A moment, please.
And he was like, no way, you know where it is, let's go. So funny. Like, so funny.
Like...
so endearing. I can't. I love the way that all their brains think, because it's really funny to me to like see them all like processing through all of this time that they've been together, and like what these clues would be, and like where would the other members go.
And also just like shout out to their crew and security for like doing this for them, being able to like walk down memory lane and keeping them safe while they were literally all around Seoul.
Yeah. So yeah. And like
that was like a big production.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And to be able to just like have these like moments is what I love about RUNBTS, is because it's like it's, you know, it's so cool and like so chaotic. Obviously it's BTS. And we're just able to like see them like have fun and like discover things, and we get to walk down memory lane too, and like we get to like have our theories, and like the two-parter episodes like always get me, because like the theories that come out afterwards is probably some of my favorite parts of like being an ARMY, because like we're all on Twitter like being like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next, and like, oh, I think that this is gonna happen. Like it's always just so much fun, and being able to like share these things with each other, and like with them too, is like, it's just so great. I'm so glad RUNBTS is back. I feel like finally the universe is like in line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything is back in its
everything is back to normal. We're okay now. Like, we're good.
Just like how like To-Do came back a couple weeks ago, and now RUNBTS is back.
I feel centered. I feel right.
Everything is right in the
Everything is right in the world. I feel much better.
All right. So next like piece of news is me, myself, and JK and RM. That's what we got so far.
That is what we have so far. Okay. Yes, so if you didn't hear, this is gonna be a moment in time, an iconic representation of the members. Apparently it's gonna be like these new sides of BTS that we've never seen before.
No.
Oh my god.
How could you do this?
First of all, okay, so JK has this like vampire, like really dark, brooding concept.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last week.
We talked about it a little bit last week. We didn't like get into full depth because
we didn't know what it was.
Now we do. So there's going to be 8 of these books in total, starting with JK, and it looks to me like they're going into birthday order. So it'll be JK, Namjoon, Jimin, and then the rest of the members to follow, with Hobie
being last.
Yeah, Hobie rounding us out.
Yeah, because it's gonna be Jin, Tae,
Yoongi, and then Hobie. Hobie will be last on the docket.
Well, he was first with the album, so
I was gonna say, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Actually, my wallet's quaking. She cries every day.
Were you able to get the JK one?
Yes, I was. So nice. I was literally okay.
You need to
here's what happened.
You need to send me the photos, by the way, because I will not be able to.
I will send you the photos of them. So this is what happened. I panic bought them because it like I think everybody in the chat had
forgotten. Did you get Junie too? Did they go on sale yet?
Not yet. June hasn't gone on sale yet. Thank God.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My wallet needs like half a minute to breathe for a second. So I had forgotten that the sale was going on until Mon reminded me. I was like, oh shit.
I feel like it kind of just popped out of nowhere. Yeah.
And I was really scared, obviously, that it was going to sell out. And because they said, which Weavers, you're liars, because they said that they were only going to do like a specific amount of them, like they weren't going to do another pre-order, and it's still live on Weavers, and that'll be the third pre-order. So you be lying. Anyway,
honestly, they should stop doing like pre-orders, and I'm just like, just print them as people.
I know. But I think this time they actually did have enough because I had panic bought mine in like a minute. I bought 2 copies panically. I was like, oh god, add to cart. Let's go.
It's like you also got to get 2 of the Junie because you got a mom that's a Junie bias.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
True. I mean, luckily I did buy 2 JKs because I'm giving one to Pri because she forgot about the sale, so it's fine. It worked out. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think they actually did have enough pre-orders this time because about 5 minutes had gone by and it was still active.
Oh,
so
that's good.
I was like, all right, so I don't need to like too horribly panic. Ish. Still a panic bot, you know what I mean? But
I kind of really want the Yoongi one, but like,
okay, so
I can't afford it.
I wasn't.
I just want a job, you know, so I can afford it.
I know. The thing is like I was only gonna get Jin and then the 8 because I felt like that would be it. But then I saw that they all like matched together and they look so perfect together as a set. And then I panic bought it without even thinking. Like it was just like an immediate.
Now you're stuck. So
yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've started, so. Here I am living in my misery.
Yeah.
But it won't be misery because then I'll receive it and be very happy. So
yeah. By the way, speaking of Weavers, my Suga necklace should ship in the the starting date is between in 2 days until the early September's.
I am still so upset that I don't have the Hobie bag. That's like the one other thing that I wanted.
I'm just so excited. Also, at one point, I'll get my merch box 8.
Oh yeah, I have
merch
box 8.
Because the advantage now, my subscription is in US.
Oh yeah, so you get the.
So I only pay $15 for those boxes.
So upset. Let's not talk about it.
I'm sorry.
I got my merch box 8. Did you see the video that I posted in our group chat? Because it's really funny.
I think so.
Honestly, I showed it to my mom because like I don't even know what I was thinking. The ending of it just kills me because I'm just like ooh. Here, let me send it. It's really funny. Nope, that's not where you're going. It's right there. Just like staring at me. I think this was a mistake, but I can't like. Ooh. Anyway, yes, this video is quite hilarious. Cause I had posted it like I had put it on my shelf, but like it's across from my bed, and I can't decide still if that was like a good thing or a bad thing because of. It's the ending. It kills me. Ooh. That's my thought process for this entire thing. Anyway, I'm still debating if it was a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't decided yet. It's still there though, so I stare at it every night. It brings me great comfort. So
I'm glad.
Here we are, living my dream. Anyway, I cannot wait to see, like, Namjoon's looks so pretty. He's got like this like trio sort of like 3 different looks going on. He's got
that like all third vibe.
The mono looks are probably my favorite. That white ensemble reminds me of Boy With Love like so bad.
Yes.
Of like the moment when we realized that Namjoon was in that video, because he hadn't like been in the video up until that point, and then he just appears in this like white ensemble, and you're just like, sir, except this time the suit is lower cut and we're seeing some chest, so no, sir, I'm gonna need you to chill for a second.
Titties, yo.
Nom titties are everywhere. And then we got this like soft, like, I don't know, like very like Namjooning sort of vibe, and then we got the like rugged cowboy look, which I was like not prepared for, but definitely excited about. I'm excited. I'm gonna die.
You'll have to send me the photos.
I will send you all the photos
for my sanity. Thank you. But otherwise, keep voting for the VMAs.
Yes, so the online voting has closed for now, so you can't vote on the website anymore. It's Instagram voting, so make sure you go to Instagram, MTV, go to their stories, and then vote through there. I think we're in like the second to last bracket, so make sure you do go and vote for them. And then we'll see. As always, like just keep, you know, keep in mind that like it's the VMAs and they've definitely done us dirty in the past, so just like keep in mind that is might be a possibility of things that could happen, but like, you know, we take it in stride, we move, we
do what we can.
We do what we can. And just make sure you're like streaming. We need to get those numbers up. Obviously for Dynamite, which I realized on Sunday was 2 years old. Like, how crazy is that?
I don't want to think about it.
2 years old. That's
I don't want to think about it.
I actually, okay, so I posted a question on our Instagram about like what was your favorite moment during the Dynamite era? Do you have one, Jan?
Moment? You mean like a specific performance or like whatever, anything?
What memorable thing comes to mind when you think of Dynamite era? I know what mine is, but I want to hear what yours is.
Well, the Grammy performance is up there.
Iconic.
For sure.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the like behind the scenes shooting. It was just having so much fun.
Yeah.
And the B side from the music video.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, that moment where just like Jimin jumps in JK's arm, like it was literally nothing. Iconic. Totally iconic. Yeah, what's yours?
I agree with all of those. Mine is a little bit more of a sentimental thing, because Dynamite era is the era that we all met each other for the first time. And we became friends.
Very true.
And we made our group chat. So I feel like for me, that is like the Dynamite era to me. Is like we had met each other, we had created our group chat, we became friends, and then yeah, it's kind of like we're like 2 years old as well. So
we're babies.
We're babies still. But I feel like, you know, what kind of people would like travel to different countries and meet each other and travel to
when I think about it, like around Dynamite era was also when I met Kat for the first time.
Yeah.
So like met up
in person. I know.
Yeah, the photos popped up on my phone earlier.
Yeah. That's like, to me, that like defines the Dynamite era to me. Is like
I totally understand. Like in my brain, like now that you mention it, like, oh yeah, it makes sense. But in my brain, it's like I've known them forever. You guys forever.
I know. Yeah, me too. I feel the same way.
I know that even though like right now I'm not as much as in the group chat as normal, because my brain, you know.
Yes.
I mean, I told you. I just know that whenever I need to vent or I need to share things or like I just want to hang out, I can just like pop in and I'll be received as if I was never gone.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody, like, honestly, like, I've said this before, even to like my IRL friends. I'm like, I don't talk to you guys as much as I talk to my group chat. Like, I talk to them every single day.
I text Kat almost every day.
Yeah, we like text each other every day. Like whether it's like to separately to each other or just like in general, we say good morning to each other.
Yeah, sadly, Kat is the prime victim of my weird TikTok for you page.
She actually
the prime victim.
She follows me on TikTok now, so I send her stuff direct message. She made a mistake.
I sent her through text, so she can't ignore the notification.
I'm gonna be seeing her and Lenny very soon. So.
I sent her the weirdest shit. It's just like chat. It's not even like attacks. Sometimes it's just some weird shit that made me laugh, and I'm like, there you go.
There you go. There you go. I know. But why don't you guys let us know down below what is your like, if you're like became an ARMY during Dynamite, if you like which performance you love, like tell us what is like a huge memorable moment for you for the Dynamite era. I want to know. I want to know.
I want to know. Please let us know.
Let us know down below.
Artist shout out?
It's artist shout out time. Oh my god.
Yeah, boy.
Holy
guacamole.
Holy guacamole.
All right. I'll go first if you don't mind.
Floor is yours.
So my artist this week is an artist that we both absolutely love.
Oh, so much.
Raise E. Oh my god.
I love this artist so much. And
it's so good.
So good. And especially like for like phone backgrounds and wallpapers and just like I don't know, like seeing their talent.
Jin on his lily pad.
Honestly, that got me so bad. I love it so much. It's just like, oh, it's so good.
But also like in the song Yoongi.
I love it.
Like, excuse me.
Sir.
And they're so quick too. Like, it's absolutely insane.
Oh, I know. I'm like, the talent level is a lot.
Off the charts.
Like, I can't. It's just too good.
Like, I'm so glad I follow them on my socials.
Yes.
And I can see them on like Instagram and Twitter. And I see it everywhere and I'm just happy.
Yes. Immediate happiness.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I agree. My artist this week is Rosie Cat Designs. So more of a very like aesthetic like bags and like
ooh, this is really fun.
Yeah, right? A lot of like line work and a lot of like very simple but yet like impactful designs.
The tier designs are insane.
Mm-hmm. The Hobie Palooza ones, like I think that's when I started following Rosie Cat, but I love it. Like it's so simple, but it's so good. Like so clean. I love the aesthetic look of it. Like the Tay bag with the ribbons and him being like,
and it's not like it doesn't scream like not all of them. It doesn't scream like, oh, this is like a K-pop group.
Yeah. It's like if you know, you know.
Yeah,
which I absolutely love. It's like it's some of my favorite stuff.
The Hope shirts are like the best.
They're so good. I really love the idea of like having like a simple design that like if you know and you can like distinguish it, you're like, oh, you're an ARMY, got it.
Yeah.
It just like makes it so fun and like unique, and like styling these pieces are really cool. Obviously like tote bags have been like a huge thing recently. Like everybody and their mother has a tote bag.
They're also really useful when you go shopping.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I agree. But yeah, they are my artist this week because I absolutely love it.
Nice. Let's go to our songs of the week then.
Yes.
So my song this week is RUNBTS.
I mean, how could you not?
Yeah. Why am I okay? I think it's fine. I'm wearing a TXT shirt. Yeah, it just makes sense. I watched both episodes of RUNBTS this morning, and that song is just amazing.
It's hype, let's be honest. So, I love it.
And and my non-BTS song is Hype Boy by New Jeans. It's stuck in my head. Those who don't know, New Jeans is the newest debuted group from HYBE.
Girl group, right?
Girl group, yes. And I've said this before, I think, maybe. It's just like a really chill vibe.
Nice.
Like their debut, like EP is not too over the top.
Right.
It's not like, and they're very respectful of the fact that they have a minor in the group, so they dress her accordingly, which That's is good. Really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, just so far I love their music, I love their dynamic, and I highly recommend you guys. Like the title track is Attention, and the song is really good. But HYBE Boys, like Subin says, probably my favorite. Because Subin did say on the live that HYBE Boy was his favorite. So I agree. It gets stuck in your head and it's so catchy.
I love that. Yeah. I love when like songs get stuck in your head. It's like, except for like songs that you don't like, but like a song that you actually like enjoy.
Because I also have a K-pop song stuck in my head that I don't like, and yep. I'll tell you after.
Okay. My BTS song this week is Fly to My Room. I have been listening to a lot of like more, I guess, like lo-fi, because it's been like rainy outside, which I'm enjoying because it's been like plus 30 for like 2 weeks in a row. And we definitely needed some rain.
Oh my god, the humidity finally fell here, and it's great.
It's great.
It's still hot.
Yeah, it's still hot.
It's still hot, but the humidity is kind of gone.
It's gone down, and I appreciate it. And I don't know, like Fly to My Room, just like it has these like warm, cozy vibes that you're just like,
and it fits into the lo-fi really well.
It really does. If you've listened to my lo-fi playlist, it's always on those playlists. And it's the start of the Bad Decisions lo-fi playlist, just so you know.
Nice.
And then my other non-BTS song is still in the BTS realm. It's Soul by RM. I feel like his album Mono, first of all, is amazing, and Soul is probably one of my favorite songs off that album. It's just so good. And I Love You, I Hate You, Soul is like an iconic lyric. Like, it's just,
who doesn't have a love-hate relationship with their city in general?
I do. Yeah. And I don't know, again, like his album really fits with that like rainy day, lo-fi, chill vibe that I've been like kind of in lately. So yeah.
It works out.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, so let's wrap this baby up, shall we?
Let's do it.
So as usual, we have a new podcast episode coming out every Thursday and a new clip coming out every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. You can also listen to us on the go, basically on any app where you would listen to your podcasts on the go. You can also find us on our social medias at Army ThinkTank or at Army ThinkTank Podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. On that note, have a good week.
Have a good week, everybody.
And we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.